Good afternoon, friends. I'll tell you what, this is the afternoon or evening of Wednesday, December the 13th, and we are closing out our grazing for this year. Although I'm going to tell you, I am stoked on not having to feed any hay, and they still got quite a bit of grass. I've got lots of fescue in here. That is the king fish of grass here in southwest Missouri. Now these cows, that you can see the other fence over there, and I'm going to tell you that it is about 40 foot over to that other fence, and it stretches about 900 feet from the fence right up there where the main electric wire's at, up to the edge of that timber. And I've got a fence right on the other edge of that timber, and I just hook onto it, and it's barbed wire. But no, this fence right here in front of me it's hot. If you were to touch it, it's on a pulse system, but if it shocks you, it's going to hurt. There's no doubt about it. And you can see that they're not going to try it. They're not going to try to come across here, and they know what's coming if it does. But I just wanted you to look. Now those cows have been over there this is the third day in a 50 foot by 900 foot paddock. And I've got a lane that goes right up to the pen back over there. That's where the water is at. I got mineral sitting out there. These cows are in good shape. They're all, as far as I know at least, pregnant, and they'll start calving about mid-April. And from a hay saving perspective, this is the way to do it. I don't have any cows that are in lactation right now, and this is the first time that I've done that in 30 years probably. But the demand nutrient wise is a lot lower. The cows can get by. This fescue's, now this kind of fescue right here is going to test about right at 14%, maybe a little higher even. It's as good as any hay that you can feed, with the exception of a good legume hay like alfalfa or lots of red clover. And I'm not real big on orchard grass, but Kentucky 31 fescue is where it's at. Now you can see all that brown, that's thick. That's Bermuda from last year and last summer, and I should have baled it. Now I'm going to catch myself when these cows are all done. I'll have to, next spring, early in the spring, 1st of March, something like that, I'll come out and I'll burn that off to let the sun come down there and hit that soil and start this all over again. But I've got a 3 to 4 day paddock here. I've got one right on the other side of that fence. Then another. I've got about, looks like I've got 12 to 15 more days of grazing. And, we're going to make it to at least Christmas, if not the first of the year, before we feed a single bale of hay. Now I say that, I did, back in the summer, I did have a sacrificial paddock, they call it, trying to keep them off this fescue and letting it stockpile. And I fed a little bit of hay to them then. But, up until then, I have fed about 15 bales of hay since the 1st of July. There's 16 cows in here and a bull. And for a while that I had a couple more cows I sold recently. sold quite a few calves, but you know, having these non-lactating cows has really decreased my grazing requirement. I guess this old grass, look here, I mean, it's thick. And this, you can see some foxtail, but you can see a lot of fescue in there too. This is a non-sludge. It was, I put a little dab of fertilizer on this in the fall, and that was it. So you'll never see sludge on this place. I will put chicken litter on it when I can get it. I like to use chicken litter, but I'm real picky about when I put it on. If those little organisms down there underneath that surface of that soil are awake, they're hungry, hey, that chicken litter's A+. But if the ground's cold and those organisms are sleeping, you need to wait. You need to wait just a little bit before you put it on. They can't use it. It's going to run off into your ponds, springs, whatever. Oh, I know. You may think you know that I don't know what I'm talking about, but I promise you I do. All right, man. Have a good day.